Hail and Masha's Kingdom, it's me, Spot the King, and today I want to give you my beginner's view on Path of Exile 2. It's new adventure RPG game that is just released. And I never played Path of Exile 1, last ARPG I played was Diablo 3 and it was long ago. And at some point I decided to try Path of Exile 1, but when you see this passive skill tree, a lot of players get a question, do I actually want to spend my time exploring this massive game? And don't worry, I got the same question as you are, and this will be extremely useful review for those who, like me, want to try this game but actually got a little bit of fear to start out. And let's start with my amazement when I saw how Path of Exile crossed 1 million Twitch viewers and got more than 300,000 players while the game was still inactive. Yeah, this player base and this online was right at the beginning when game launched, but servers basically wasn't ready and game wasn't playable at the time. It was late night and I went to sleep. And in the morning I decided to check out Steam reviews. There was no surprise, reviews is very positive. One of my favorite is what is sleep. Yeah, someone just played 17 hours straight probably. Make sure you got 16 hours for your play session. But of course there were some negative reviews. I identified mostly reviews that can't make a correct build for the character, or guys who disappointed after playing Path of Exile 1 for a long time and got completely different experience. Anyway, I bought Early Access Supporter Pack, it comes with different packs and you not only gaining Early Access, you're also gaining in-game gold that you can then spend on some goodies. That's great news because the game will be free and you're actually gaining at least some goodies, and you will definitely need some gold in this game if you're planning to play it a lot. Still, I explored this topic a lot and game is not pay to win, you just need some gold to get some inventory packs, to being able to find a lot of items and trade these items and basically get a lot of resources in your stash. I want to start this review with my expectations, because you know, meeting expectations is really a big thing for the game. To some games you come in with really high expectations and then these games completely fail those. One of these examples could be Dragon's Dogma 2 this year, Dragon Age Wild Guard, and there's a lot of flops, but of course there's a lot of games who goes way beyond our expectations. From adventure RPG I want nice, funny and interesting to play combat, because combat is basically what you will be doing most of the time in this game. And as someone who making mostly builds on my YouTube channel, I want some build variety with some unexpected combinations and ability to respect my character, to change builds and play with different stuff. Also, I like to have some like enemy variety with different attacks, because you know, a lot of RPGs that is like low tier RPGs got kind of 5-10 monsters, and only stuff that is changing is their color when you advance and their HP bar, of course. I like to have different enemies, and when enemies behave differently and we need to pick different tactics against like different enemies. So overall it's safe to say my expectations are pretty low. And with them I launched the game. So that's the loading screen, our initial menu, login screen, call it however you like, but I like it. I like the feeling we get when we see this background over here. Soundtrack is okay too, it's not Hans Zimmer or Borislav Slavov, but at least we get this immersion of dark fantasy over here. Overall menu design is nice, we got multiple options over here, I press login and instantly I start the game.
Your sentence is to be hanged from the neck until dead. Let your souls feed the first ones, and your bodies feed them.
Opening atmosphere is insane. Look at this is character selection screen. It's probably one of the best RPG character selection screens ever. Like, that's crazy, how cool is it? In early access we got 6 different classes, and everyone can find something of their taste. We got a sorcerer, which is using magic, we got archer, guy who using crossbows, warrior, monk, But I decided to play kinda Necromancer class, so I stopped at the witch. It looks like what I exactly need. Game starts and my character escapes. Yeah, after this escape, basically we're starting our adventure, which, surprise surprise, starts on the beach. Yeah, I got some light deja vu, you know, from Larian Studios games, and I was ready to start my first hour of this playthrough. In my opinion, if game can't impress you and hook you right from the start in first 1 or 2 hours of the game is actually bad, and it's really important for game designers and other guys who making games to make the first few hours insanely cool, fun and entertaining. So I learned controls, we can roll, we can run, I can punch, and I started my adventure basically. Met the guy who got eaten by the zombie and I almost saved him, but at least I got my first weapon. Weapon is a great start, but I decided to fix my interface a little bit. I decided to find out how we can adjust it to our liking. I want clear interface and I don't like to watch into different areas a lot. That's why I was not a fan of these big red and blue blobs to the left and right of the screen. And it was really nice that I can move everything to the bottom right part, as well as my minimap was on top right. It's very nice for eyes, for immersion, and also screen will be a lot more clearer. And the first combat starts. I'm shooting my wand like a Harry Potter, destroying zombies left and right, and it feels really nice, I would say. Yeah, I'm definitely feeling my character. And as you can see, I'm playing on controller. That's another big plus for me. When I'm playing games like this, I want to chill. You know, it's really, I would say, meditative gameplay. You just run around, press buttons and destroy monsters. And it's really easy to do when you get only controller in your hands. Also, we can play just with mouse or with WASD movement, which is great. I went off the road a little bit and found one more skipper. So the skipper was my new weapon, and I can dual wield my two weapons. Every weapon comes with a skill. Maybe not every weapon, but every weapon I found in this game yet. And my new weapon got summon zombie skill, summon skeleton of course. So right now I got my little skeleton warrior army, and they doing pretty nice. Yeah, they not inflicting crazy amount of damage right now, but they can deal with enemies on their own. The place where I'm running right now and destroying drone to zombies is called kinda tutorial level, I guess, because here we will find our first skills, our first weapons and stuff like that. And let's talk about skills. To learn skills, you just need to find skill orbs, and then you can equip a lot of them. This already gives us opportunity for countless builds, but maybe it will be just too overwhelming for us. And probably you can overwhelm yourself with 20 skills equipped. But as always, for the good build, you just need the right combination of 2-3 skills. Also, every skill got 5 socket slots, and I got no idea right now what they can achieve. But later I will find out. So overall game not trying to overwhelm the new person. Every new aspect we can learn comes gradually, at least for now, and it's really pleasurable experience. At least it was, right before I went into passive tabs and zoomed out on this awesome passive tree. Yeah, look at this tree, that's amazing and crazy and already should overwhelm you, right?
Wrong.
Actually, that's one of the aspects a lot of Path of Exile players don't like, because this tree, while it looks complex, actually pretty easy to use. I can use a search bar and search for what I need, and it will light up every node, and I basically can find a path to these nodes a lot more easier. So right now I got highlighted every minion node if I want to play as minion mage, basically Necromancer summoner. This tree will be same for every character, so you don't need to learn a lot of different passive skill trees for different classes. And after exploring tree a little bit more, I found that on the top mostly intelligence runes, while on the bottom right dexterity, on the bottom left strength, and mix of those in between, so it's really easy to navigate. There's not a lot of crazy stats, just 4 different elemental attacks: fire, cold, lightning and chaos. 3 main attributes: dexterity, intelligence, strength. So I would say with almost unlimited options, we got pretty nice and understandable systems. I still recommend you subscribing to watch my builds, but as always I will give you kinda loose builds so you can make some adjustments on your own and have a lot of fun with theory crafting and build making. I messed around with controls a little bit, but decided to keep more cinematic experience and went to my first boss battle at the end of tutorial level. Okay, checkpoint. I guess his boss will be here. Yeah, look at this big bro. Okay, we can dodge. Oh, what a perfect dodge, as always. Jeez, this boy got some health. Oh, he crushing my guys. Come on. So many zombies. Jeez. Oh, no, no. No, 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 no. Whoa. Whoa. That was epic. Okay, okay. Isn't it supposed to be a tutorial boss? This dude is almost destroying me. Okay, okay. Oh, my dodges are perfect. Joking, of course. Yeah, we did it, boys. Okay, it was fun. It was fun.
Great хлоп.
The first city, the first players, because game is online and we can trade with them, we can organize parties with them and have a lot of fun. First city got some traders, of course, and we can buy some loot from them, sell loot to them, and I got my first stone to craft something. Of course, there's some waypoints, so we can travel through the map a lot faster, and I want to recap the story so far. So, we escaped Executioner, survived on the beach, fought some zombies, and now arrived to the city. In the city we understood that there's blight going on everywhere, so we need to stop it, and that's the story plot. Honestly, it's pretty basic story plot, but ARPG doesn't need complex and crazy story. We need great gameplay, and right now I'm enjoying gameplay a lot. It was just 15 minutes that I played the game, but it's already a lot of fun. And since this video is a review, my beginner's review, I want to make my initial expressions of the tutorial level. Tutorial is really important for someone who is beginner when you don't know anything about the game. So for tutorial level I would say it could be better. It's not like insanely well designed to explain everything for complete beginners, but overall there's was no overwhelming stuff in it, and basically I got some idea what game will be about and how to play it. I like how they pause the game when we take damage, so we know how to use potions. I like how they pause the game on the boss fight, so we know we can roll dodge. What this game is lacking is explanation of some items in our inventory. While technically I can read everything how to use these items in the game, I actually went to Google and googled the answers how to use them, when to use them, and decided to keep them until end game. If you're a beginner and you will like to join Path of Exile 2 adventures yourself after watching this video, I will link 10 tips I wish I knew in the description, where I will explain everything about this stuff. But now I decided to craft my first skill of level 1, and that's amazing. Look how many skills we got here, and that's only occult skills. We got different skills for different weapons and different armors and just elemental skills. Any part that basically you can learn any skill you wish, and you can play as monk but have zombie army in your arsenal, so you can play as monk necromancer, warrior necromancer. Like, build crafting in this game is amazing, and freedom this game gives us is like completely insane. Before we pick any skill, we got nice explanation for each of them, and also we got nice video instructions and audio instructions how skill will work and how it can perform with other skills. After skill is crafted, we can put it onto a socket, and it's basically skill equipped. Then we are keeping it on hotbar, and we basically can use the skill easy and straightforward. Another quality of life is target fire. I don't know if this works on like mouse controls, but it works on controller, so I can use toggle targeting mode into focus fire, and it's amazing. It makes gameplay a lot more fluid, easy and chilling. I decided to switch my Harry Potter wand for this awesome mace, and oh boy, it's amazing. With this awesome mace I can bonk wolves in one hit and then cast my spell on corpses which left, and I create army of alien and headcrabs like animals. It's pretty crazy, funny and cool looking. Also you may look at level design right now. So we still keeping this dark fantasy style, but enemies completely different. So we got dire wolves, who is kind of zombie wolves, zombies instead of skeletons, and we just changed a level. Still, some of you may find this game challenging. There is no difficulty options, and what to do if you're actually struggling with these enemies. After clearing zone number 1, I decided to go back into town and find out can we restart the monsters and farm them 2 times to get a little bit of level advantage. And yeah, if you press and hold action button or control click on PC with mouse controls, you will get this window. Now we can use instance that is already cleared or create the new one to get completely revamped experience. Also, it feels like map changed a little bit, so probably there's a little bit of procedural generation. While exploring areas we can find mini bosses, and these bosses are truly amazing. Another good part is that we actually can completely ignore them and run away. We don't need to clear them if they're not part of the story, and we can get to them later, but definitely make sure to do it because they drop in some nice spaces. Still, they are really powerful and they sometimes destroying my skeleton army, and that's not a problem. My army resummons itself every few seconds, so I don't need to press anything or use my mana. That's great quality of life for summoner class. Playing as Witch feels truly amazing and I enjoyed every hour of it. After learning more skills, I decided to learn skeletal snipers. And here's fun part. We got resource called Spirit and we can adjust how many snipers we can summon. When we level up, of course, I will get more spirit and I will be able to summon a lot more skeletons, but right now I can summon only 1. After defeating this mini boss, I got this item which on use gives me 10 called resistance permanent. That's great resistance for this level, and again it kinda proves that you need to get back to areas you already visited and destroy some mini bosses if you can't beat the last boss of the level. And this kinda brings us to the topic of exploration rewards. Yeah. For me, it's one of the important parts of any RPG. When you go out of the main storyline and go into the sideways, side missions, you want to have some rewards for doing this. You want to be amazed what you can find and what you can get. In my opinion, this game totally nails it. Again, we can find mini bosses, destroy them and get permanent bonuses. In one of the mausoleums, I found a button that opened a secret door, and in this door there was a lot of gold inside. It's not game breaking, but it feels really nice to find a little secret when you're going out of the main way and main storyline. For example, in games like Dragon's Dogma 2, developers completely failed this part. When you're going out of bounds and looking for secret caves, you get insane items you can buy from traders in the main town, so there's technically no secrets and no reason to go out of the main pass. For maybe like 99% of the game, there was only one instance where you can find Medusa, who is kinda secret boss, and get secret weapon from her. But here you can find a lot of mini like chests and extra loot, and that's really fun and cool. This game doesn't need a lot more. And since we touched boss battles a little bit already, let's talk about them. So, boss battles are truly amazing. Bosses always have a lot of HP, which makes these fights like lasting for some minutes at least and keep you at edge. Yeah, there's a lot of nerves and a lot of fun while trying to overcome these bosses. Cool part is that there's nice indications where the boss will go in and go out, so you get some chances to avoid them, but these indications are really subtle, so they not overwhelm the screen and make it like anime fest on the screen basically. I can clearly see what's going on and I'm enjoying the overall color style of the game. For example, in Diablo 3, the first boss, it was Skeleton King or Butcher, I don't remember exactly. When I first met him, I destroyed him probably like in 20 seconds or so. He basically be destroyed in matter of few seconds without any problems. And here I always struggling against bosses. Sometimes I'm dying to them. I need to respect my build a little bit, change my skills, change my gems to finally defeat the boss, and that's a lot of fun and it makes this game really interesting. So make sure to be ready for some challenging experience. And that's really good, because when you finally overcome your obstacles, it feels really great, and not just, oh, I got a bunch of random numbers on the screen, I won. After finishing few quests, I went back into town and got support gem. So now I can craft supportive gem, and that's truly amazing system. We got different types of support gem, they are based on different skills we already know or learn, and also they can be based on different stats like intelligence or strength, and giving us different bonuses. For example, this skill can inflict extra poison when we inflicting poison. I decided to craft it, and cool part, I can enter it almost to any skill on my hotbar. This means we can customize the skills with almost unlimited possibilities. So for example, if I normally shoot like one fireball, with different gems I can shoot 10 fireballs in different directions, and that completely makes different skill with different combinations we can make. In the beginning of the video I told you my expectations. I really expected to see nice and enjoyable combat, and I got it. Combat feels really amazing. Also, I expected to see some different areas, well-designed areas with different enemies, and you know what, my expectations was not only met, but zone variety and enemy variety goes way beyond it. Enemy design, great. Zone design, insane. Boss battles is just amazing. I'm enjoying every second of these boss battles. But this part about variety in zones and enemies. So, if I go into some rotten forest, I expect to see fungal zombies and spore druids. And that's exactly what I got here, as well as some fungal wolves and other guys. The next zone is bloody forest, with bunch of enemies who can poison me, and it completely changes the way we approach the fight. Design is also nice. I like this for like bots who can bite, and these snake mushrooms, snake flowers, whatever they are. It makes adventure a lot more fun and rewarding, and we never know what to expect in the next zone and how we will be forced to play against next enemies. Another really important aspect for any ARPG, in my opinion, is difficulty curve. So normally it's really kind of fun and cool to feel your character be getting stronger and stronger and starting to destroy everyone in a few hits. But it's not really enjoyable in my opinion. We need some difficulty and challenge, and this game got it. A lot of crazy new boss mechanics every few hours, so next boss after next boss will be harder and harder and harder, and you will need to find new ways how to defeat them, how to evade their attacks and use their weak points and openings to finish them off. Same goes even for basic enemies in every new location. You need to find new ways how you will approach the fights in this area, and probably even change how you make your combinations and change even your gems in your skills to make your character as powerful as possible for current area. And also there is tons of cool new mechanics every now and then, at least in Act 1 for now. As you can see, this enemy trying to run away from me, but he actually ran away to trap me in this close combat, so it really hard for me to fight in this area, but it was bad area for him because I got this poison cloud to poison him and destroy his health in a matter of few seconds, and in the next minute he decided to run away again. So I got no other option only to chase him. And after chasing him down, he trapped me in this pit and tried to destroy me with this big bell. That was really cool and fun experience. Story-wise, it's also fun too. At some point, I got into area where the game basically starts and met the executioner, who was really mad at me that I escaped, and we got a nice brawl with him. And after finding what's going on in this place, I found myself in Act 2. Yeah. It looks completely different, it's more bright, it's kinda sand red desert or something like this, and it took me around 3 hours to get over here. So the game looks kinda fun, and as I stated in the beginning of the game, if game can hook you for like 2 hours and keep you engaged, this game is great. So in my opinion, final verdict, Path of Exile is definitely worth it. I'm talking about Path of Exile 2. It looks really great, and also it will have a lot of endgame systems when we finally level up our character, complete the storyline, and we will have a bunch of activities to do for anyone who likes different activities. While as beginner I can't explore them yet, still I'm really excited to find out, is there any cool boss fights, maybe a lot of hordes of enemies, time trials, survivals. I don't know what to expect, but I'm really thrilled to find out. If you want to play some good adventure RPG and you're not fear of some challenge, then this game is definitely worth trying, and I recommend testing it out. And if only thing you are feared of is passive skill tree, then don't worry, just subscribe, write a comment, and I will make lots of builds on this channel for this game, so you will be in a good shape to take down any boss and any enemy with a lot of fun. See you in the next videos.